This episode of Destructoid is brought to you by Jackthreads.
Coming up on Destructoid, we've got Bioshock Infinite's E3 demo, Zynga's worth billions, and Steam sales galore. All this and more coming up on Destructoid. Welcome to Destructoid. I'm Tara Long.
And I am Anthony Carboni, in for Max Scoville, who is recovering in a burn ward right now in San Francisco County General.
Wow.
Summer reminder, you guys, the more hair product you put onto your head, the more flammable you are in these hot summer months.
Let that be a lesson to everyone.
Speedy recovery, Max.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you for joining us, Anthony. I know you're busy these days doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I'm unemployed.
Yeah.
My show is on hiatus. So
You still work at Rev3 though, right?
I do.
Okay, so, well, thank you for walking the 100 feet from your desk to come on our show.
I'm really out of shape, so you're welcome.
How about we talk about some video game news?
I would love to.
You still are into video games, right? Or are you done pretending now?
Do you guys, is James Pond still cool?
Why don't we get started on our show? So now that E3 is over and the dust has settled, it seems that pretty much everybody has agreed that the game of the show was Bioshock Infinite. No surprise there. Even I said it was my personal pick. 2K Games had a whole bunch of outlets come to their booth at E3 for a peek at their 15-minute gameplay demo, which, if you recall, I did a short video of my impressions on, as well as my interview with the game's designer, Ken Levine. The demo still isn't viewable in its entirety by the public yet, but all that's going to change on July 7th, next Thursday, on Spike TV, when Game Trailers TV is going to have a special half-hour episode with Ken Levine, where they're going to show all of the demo, and then Ken Levine's going to talk over it.
Oh, that's
like
awesome.
He tends to do. He's a talker.
He does. He talks.
It's a good thing, because it's less talking for me when I interview him. Anyway, the demo, it'll be on Spike TV, but of course it'll be online, available after that, so just check it out on Destructoid.com. There's no need to watch Spike TV or anything. And if you absolutely can't wait until then, Destructoid put up the first 2 minutes of the demo yesterday, which is all they're letting us release right now. And I warn you, the first 2 minutes of it are probably the least exciting part. It's just Booker DeWitt and Elizabeth roaming around a novelty store looking for weapons and stuff. And it
Way to sell a game.
Yeah. It ends with the whole place getting dark and everything starts to shake, and then you realize that the songbird has found them. So it kind of ends on a cliffhanger a little bit. If anything, it gives a good look at the relationship between those two characters. But if you're really excited about the game, go check out the video. It's up on Destructoid.com, and we're going to have the full demo just as soon as I can break in and steal it from Jeff Keighley's dressing room, so that'll be good.
So, I mean, it starts with a bunch of boring looking around, but there is, like, skyline action and stuff in there, right?
Yeah. Pretty much the rest of the demo is the skyline.
Nice.
Yeah, which is the most fun part of it anyway. You're
like
just
all
kind of
I
like
want.
zipping through the air. Yeah.
Every time I
You
see
feel
that,
like
I'm
you're
like,
on a roller coaster.
why don't I live there?
Yeah.
I mean, minus all of the terrible, terrible things going on.
Yeah.
But, you know,
But that's
skyline.
not important. Skyline.
So 6 of 1, you know?
It's all solve our problems.
In other news, let's talk about Operation Rainfall, right? These are the dudes that started the online petition last week to get Xenoblade, The Last Story, and Pandora's Tower released for the Wii here in the States. It's gained a lot of steam, garnered a lot of press, and Nintendo finally responded to the grassroots effort on their Facebook saying, "We can never say never, but we can confirm that there are no plans to bring these games to the Americas at this time. Thanks so much for your passion and for being such great fans." And then I would imagine that they announced 37 new minigame-filled crap fests and 400 NES titles you don't remember for the Virtual Console. What is wrong with them?
This is such a disappointment. Such a disappointment. I love seeing grassroots efforts like this and then seeing them come to fruition.
Mm-hmm.
And Nintendo they just shit all over everybody's parade with this one.
It's just all these people want to do. They're just sitting with these Wiis and they're like, we would like to exchange money for video games from you because it's been a really long time since we've been able to do that. And Nintendo's like, dude, it's just like so hard to make a video game.
The part that I thought was interesting was that they announced on their Twitter a few days ago that they were like, oh, we're gonna have some more important announcements coming soon out of this, like stay tuned for some exciting news.
Yeah.
And then they're just like, oh, just kidding.
That's like when you get in the car and you think your parents are taking you to McDonald's and you go to the dentist.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they did
They're
right
trolling.
there.
Nintendo's trolling.
What's crazy about this is the games have already come out, or they're coming out in Europe, right? So they're already in English, they're already localized, they're like ready to go.
Yeah.
Just send them over.
Maybe there's just not enough interest in the US for it.
I mean, that's valid. I mean, JRPG sales are kind of going down. The Wii's at the end of its life.
Yeah.
But, you know...
I would actually assume that has more to do with it than anything. But
Fine.
But if they're already making
Fine.
it for
I still
Wii,
don't
then
have to
whatever.
like it.
No, I agree with you, Anthony.
I'm gonna be mad all
Stand
day.
your ground. Stand your ground. I'm mad too.
Good.
Anyway, big news in the world of social gaming today. Zynga has officially filed for an IPO, which
Speaking
means
of being
that
mad.
soon anyone will be able to buy stock in the company. Becoming publicly traded also means that their business practices are going to be a lot more transparent from now on. It's already been revealed that across all of their games, they have 60 million daily active users. That's daily, in one day, 24 hours, Anthony.
All those people show up on my news feed too.
Yeah, I know.
I got a blender for your juice bar. Come join me in Juiceville. No.
I used to play some Zynga games, I'll be honest, but I never sent out dumb requests like that to people
it's
who
awful.
weren't also playing them, so I can maintain some dignity
So
there.
bad. That's exactly how viruses spread. They are like malware.
Zynga's a lot like a virus when you think about it.
Even when you don't think about it.
Yeah, it just sounds that way. Anyway, they've got 60 million daily active users and like
Gross.
232 million monthly active users. So they're growing, but things have kind of plateaued for them in terms of user base, from what I
Okay.
understand. There's some conflicting reports out there, and it's hard to actually tell, but you know,
Good.
things are going to be
Plateau.
pretty clear quite
Drop
soon.
off the plateau.
Of course, the company's still making so much money. They pulled in almost $600 million in revenue in 2010 alone, 90 million of which was pure profit. The company was valued at around $10 billion in February of this year, just 6 months ago, and now they're saying that it could be as high as $20 billion that they're valued at.
That's insane.
That's more money than I knew existed in the world.
That is a lot of extra speed points for Mafia Wars that people
Yeah.
are buying.
It makes me so upset that people buy that stuff.
It's so crazy. They're doing so well. They're doing so well, and they're ruining video games
Yeah.
so hard.
You know what, though? Like, they apparently almost all of their income just comes from a very tiny population of the people who actually play their
Comes
game.
from everybody
Because,
in
like I
Zynga's
said, I
mom.
played them, but I never once bought anything from them, which is a point of pride
Yeah.
for me personally.
But don't they build these games so like if you don't buy something from them, you get bored?
You have to pace yourself. The gameplay entirely builds itself around your anxiety.
Oh
Because
wow.
it's like
Which
it's
you've
like
got a
you
lot
do
of, so
something
I'm
and then it's
amazed
like
that you
you
have
have to
not-
wait 4 minutes to be able to do that thing again. Or
Yeah.
you could pay $1 and be able to do it all right now.
Gross.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, Zynga's San Francisco headquarters are just down the street from here. Actually, maybe
Yes.
we should like get a tour of the studio or something sometime. I want to see their. You've been there though.
I have
haven't
been
you?
there. I have been there. It's
Do they have a money pit in their basement?
It's a
with
lovely
Scrooge
place.
McDuck?
Everybody gets free Odwalas. You can bring your dog to work. There's granola as far as the eye can see. It's lovely. It's lovely. They're terrible people.
Yeah, they are. I do want to visit though.
In more head-shaking, terrible game industry news, this is some childhood-destroying Sega news, which is my least favorite to report. The company announced in a public chat with Sega Mexico that a third entry into the Sonic Storybook series is on the way. If you remember correctly, the first two entries, Sonic and the Secret Rings and Sonic and the Black Knight, are most known for having you level grind to make Sonic run fast and control solidly. Pro tip, Sega. I should not have to work to make Sonic fast in a game. Sonic should maybe just be fast and control well from the beginning. I'm not a game designer, I don't know. The rep also confirmed a new entry into the Sega Superstars series. The last game in that series was a racing game where they put Sonic the Hedgehog, the fastest living thing in the world, into a car. And then they took the monkey from Super Monkey Ball and they put him in a ball. And then they put that ball into a car. Do they even know what they're doing? I'm waiting for the public chat with Sega Mexico where they just go, we have no idea what we're doing with our characters anymore.
As a longtime Sega fan and a staunch defender of pretty much everything they do, I have to say they've kind of run out of ideas with Sonic.
They have no idea what to do.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
Yeah, it's a little disappointing, but I still have faith.
Why? Why? You're like
I
a
don't
battered
know.
girlfriend.
I don't know. I am. I've got like some Sega Stockholm syndrome going on right here.
Sonic just keeps pushing you down the
Yeah.
stairs, Tara Long.
And I'm just like, no, let
No,
me
he's
play
good.
you.
You don't know what he's like when we're alone, and he gets out of the car. Get out of the car, Sonic.
All right, why don't we take a second to thank our sponsor and then we'll talk more about things. So we all know that most guys hate shopping for clothes. Understatement of the century. Luckily now there's Jack Threads. Jack Threads is a members-only online shopping club that does the dirty work for you and saves you a boatload of cash in the process. Each day, Jack Threads serves up the hottest brands at up to 80% off what you'd pay in a store. Stuff like Kid Robot, The Hundreds, and American Apparel for way less than you'd find anywhere else. Now, Jack Threads is a private club, but luckily Destructoid's got the hookup. Go to jackthreads.com/destruct and you can become a member right away without having to wait through the wait list.
Look at that.
So, yeah. Did I mention that it's free to join also? Hit up jackthreads.com/destruct to start instantly saving without ever having to leave the house. And dapper Mr. Carboni over here wearing a Jack Threads cardigan.
This is a Jack Threads cardigan. Yeah, man.
We're a good cardigan combo.
We are.
Yeah,
Look at
I
us.
like that phrase.
We're classy.
I know.
Classing up this joint.
Oh, our producer just told us he hates us through our earpieces.
He's jealous of our cardigans.
Good job. Anyway, this is probably old news to a ton of you by now, but Steam is currently having their big summer camp sale going on from yesterday until July 10th. The sale offers complete game packs by a bunch of different publishers like 2K Games, Square Enix, Valve, THQ, and much, much more. But I personally recommend checking out the 2K Games pack, which has a total of 47 games in it.
That
which
is insane.
Excessive.
That's
Excessive, in a good way, I mean. It's got like both Bioshocks, Borderlands, Game of the Year Edition, Civilization 3, 4, 5, XCOM, all this stuff that altogether is only priced at $80, which is like 85% off the normal price. It costs like
That's crazy.
$500-something for all of those games usually. And in addition to their huge...
Do you work for Steam?
What?
Do you work for Steam?
No, but I should. Just so you know, Steam, I've done a commercial before. Anyway, in addition to their huge packages, they've also got... penis.
Save that one, Internet. Clip that.
They've also got deals on
Put
their
it in your
publisher-
Terra folder.
They've got deals in their publisher catalogs. If you're just interested in a single game or two, maybe you've got a bunch of the ones that are already in the packs. So most of the big name publishers have discounted their entire inventory of games from anywhere from 25 to 33% off. So if there's a popular game that you've been itching to play, chances are Steam has it on sale right now. So
Yeah,
go
a lot
buy
of good sales. No indie bundle yet.
No, but that could change because they've got some daily deals going on.
They do. They do. Jamestown is up on sale right now. Azteca is up on sale. There's a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, there is.
Bundle it.
Everything changes every day, so check it out every single day. On the mobile side of things, Adult Swim marked down all of their iOS games to 99 cents in celebration of Independence Day, which, by the way, is on Monday here in America. We're not going to have an episode, but more on that later.
America.
Anyway, Adult Swim's most popular game is probably Robot Unicorn Attack, which is pretty much Lisa Frank, the video game, with Erasures Always playing on loop in the background, which grows on you.
That's a beautiful song.
It is. You're not going to sing it to me, are you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. When it's cold outside.
You're not even singing in tune with the music.
Am I here? I'm singing my favorite part. In vain. Hold on to the night.
Hey, your tone is making me uncomfortable.
There will be no shame. You look at me in the eye when I'm serenading
You told me not to look at you in the eye before shooting.
It's different when I'm
You
serenading.
said don't look at me in the eyes. All these mixed signals, Carboni. I don't know what to do.
That's what I'm about. I like keeping you on your toes.
Last but not least, EA is having a July 4th sale, but you're gonna have to go through their stupid Origin service to get it.
So it's like there's no sale at all.
Yeah, pretty much. It's not even worth it for 40% off to have to download that crap. I'm sorry, EA, but seriously, we've complained about that on the show before. So they've discounted a whole bunch of their games at 40% off. I can't speak today. Something's happening. It's the heat.
It was a serenade.
They've got Battlefield Bad Company 2 for $12. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit is $18 right now. They've got Mass Effect 2 for $12. A whole bunch of stuff. So go check it out. They've also got some iOS games on sale for $1, but they discount those every month, it seems.
I feel like every EA game I've bought has been like during a 99 cent sale.
Yeah, they've got Dead Space up there. That's
6
probably
out
the
of
most
7
popular
days of the
one.
week, Dead Space is 99 cents.
Only on Sundays, because it doesn't go back
That's
up to
the Lord-
$10.
that's the Lord's Day.
Day.
Anyway, keep the Lord's Day special. Anyway, Bungie finally let the world know the details about their aerospace initiative. Turns out that it is not a new game or a new engine, as a lot of people were thinking it was going to be. It is a publishing group for indie and mobile developers. So Bungie is going to offer small shops all kinds of assistance, ranging from access to the Bungie.net backend to actual financial and technical assistance with development. This is kind of cool. So it's kind of like they're using the platform that they've built and they're helping indie games, and that's great. But I thought it was kind of interesting that they highlighted mobile and social games. Because going back to the Zynga thing, like when I think about mobile and social games, I tend to think about stuff that's like
Soul-sucking.
yeah, micropayments and console rip-offs and like, you know, people with imaginary farms trying to give me bales of hay.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting because they're finding a way to get into this market, which is getting so huge. It's like the
Yeah.
biggest thing in the industry.
Everybody's doing that now.
Everybody's
it's where
doing
the money's
it,
at.
and they're finding a way to do it where they don't actually have to get their hands dirty with all that stuff. They're just helping other people do it, which is kind of interesting. But I'm also hoping that they're going to kind of be like the responsible big brother, and while they're helping these people out, kind of take mobile and social gaming in a more responsible direction.
A respectable direction,
Yeah.
I should say.
That's kind of a rainbows and unicorns outlook, though. I have a feeling it's just going to be more micropayments and bales of hay.
Yeah, probably all lame stuff like that. Can you make a game that good? I mean, if it's... The thing is, there's certain limitations, you know, on mobile
Yeah.
gaming. They can't be too complicated. They have to be very simple. And also, games like Farmville have proven very popular, so
Well,
it makes total sense. for
There are a
them to
lot of
kind
mobile games that I think are solid. EA's mobile ports are really good, actually.
That's true, but they're just ports.
Yeah.
They haven't come up with a whole lot of original content.
It's social gaming that's terrible.
Yeah.
Sword and sorcery. Sword and sorcery. Thank you, Zach Miner. Where would I be without you?
Speaking to us from beyond the
From
grave.
beyond the grave. You scroll past this, Zach Miner. You scroll past the mention
He
of
keeps
sports
wanting
ball
us
on the
to mention
teleprompter.
that the aerospace colors of orange and black are the same colors as San Francisco's local sport team.
Our local
it
sporting.
sports or
our
sports?
It's sports ball.
Okay.
It's sports ball, and the plural is the same, sports ball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's one of those words. Okay. That's good to know. Well, that's all of our news today, actually. Thanks
Today
so
I
much.
learned.
Shh. Causing me to trip up on my words. Thanks for joining us, Anthony.
So lovely
Always
to be
a
here.
pleasure. I'm going to be back here on Wednesday. Like I said, we're not going to have a show on Monday, but I'll be back on Wednesday with that tall guy that everyone hates. I think his name is Matt.
I
or
do not
something.
remember him anymore.
Thank you, by the way, for being a reasonable height. It's much appreciated.
I've been a reasonable height all my life, and I'm not about to change that now.
Well, good on you, because Jose was here on Monday and on Wednesday, I guess, and even he was pretty tall, too tall.
The secret kid's just a lot of caffeine really early and no physical activity.
We heard it first. Well, thanks again for joining us. Check him out on Twitter at @acarboni and on his website anthonycarboni.com.
You love my headshot. And my
see you guys-
cardigan.
We'll see you guys next week.
And when
Have
I
a good
sing you
4th of July.
songs.